Today, we are setting up latest Node.js for your local development. Let's get to it. To install Node.js, we'll visit our browser and type in Node.js download. So we'll go with the first option, download Node.js. And this is the official Node.js website. Right here at the top, we have various versions. Here, it shows you the current version. LTS here means long-term support. It represents the most stable, secure, and reliable version of the runtime environment. The LTS version guarantees 30 months of security updates and bug fixes, and this makes it the recommended version or the version of choice for most users and companies. Also, we have Node.js available for various operating systems and various mode of usage. So, quick tip here, the NVM means Node Version Manager. Basically, there are some certain projects or applications or development environment where you might be required to use earlier versions of Node.js. Meanwhile, some projects may need you to use the most recent version. And at that point, you may need to go back and forth to uninstall and install several versions. That will be wasting the precious time you would have used on their development and other activities. So Windows here doesn't currently have the Node Version Manager, but for other operating systems like the Mac OS, you can see Node Version Manager highlighted. Same thing with Linux. So for Windows, you can see here it's not highlighted. But we have a quick solution for this. We have a GitHub repository. I'll place the link in the description where you can download the Node Version Manager for Windows. And here we have the repository, Corey Butler. This is the provider of this Node Version Manager option. Here in the repository, these are various change logs, but these are not the executable setup we need. When you scroll to the bottom, under contributors, dependabot, assets, and right here, NVM setup.execution file or .exe. This is the file recommended for our installation, and it is a pretty much light file. So this will automatically synchronize your project based on the requirements of whatever project you might be working with, while easing you the back and forth headache of switching between different Node versions. So before proceeding to install Node.js, I'll first do a quick check on my system to confirm that I currently don't have Node.js installed, and I'll later check after the installation to see the version we have installed to confirm the procedure went on smoothly. So right here, I'll launch command prompt and type in node v. So here it shows node is not recognized as an internal or external command. Our system currently doesn't recognize having Node.js installed. Now we'll proceed with the installation. I'll then launch the setup file right here, NVM setup, and you can see from the description, Node.js version manager for Windows, and I'll launch the setup. So right here, I'll accept the agreement, proceed, and here is optional. You could provide your email address to get some updates and various milestone releases, timelines, and all the like. But for now, I'll proceed with next and install. Now, after installation, I'll proceed to open with PowerShell. PowerShell is an individual command line interface you can use as well. So I'll type in here node v. So at times, after installation, you might see this error message. And the quick fix is to close the terminal and relaunch again. Or run the command prompt and do a version check, and it shows this error. And next up, I'll run NVM ls, basically meaning the Node Version Manager should list the various versions of Node.js available on my system. And here it shows no installations recognized. This means we are making progress. We have our version manager activated, but we then need to have the Node.js itself installed. So to have our Node.js installed, I'll run a quick command. I'm basically telling Node Version Manager to install the long-term support version of Node.js. And here we go. It shows downloading Node.js version 24.14.0 64-bit. And there we go. It shows complete, installation complete. If you want to use this version, type NVM, use, and the version available. I'll proceed to do that to activate the long-term support version. And there we go. We now have our Node.js latest version currently running. Now we have the notification now using Node.js version 24.14.0 64-bit. And here again, I can check the version with Node V. And here we have it, version 24.14.0. And that's how we install Node.js on our system. So the environment is ready, hardware optimized. You are now officially prepared for the future of agentic development. In the next video, we are putting this setup into the test by running our first project migration. Check video description for important insights and freebies I got for you. Do support our efforts with a like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the big move, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!